Rear shock replacement. Chock the front wheels to prevent the vehicle from rolling. Loosen the rear wheel lug nuts. Use the floor jack to raise the rear side of the vehicle, then support it with a jack stand placed under the frame rail. Remove the rear wheel lug nuts and remove the wheels. Open the tailgate. Working inside the rear cargo area, remove the interior quarter trim access panel using a screwdriver. While counter-holding the top of the shock with a wrench, use a crow's foot wrench adapter to loosen the nut. Once the nut is loosened, use a ratchet and socket to remove the upper nut. Support the rear lower control arm with a floor jack. Remove the rear stabilizer bar link nut and separate the link from the rear spindle. Remove the rear shock absorber lower bolt, then compress the shock absorber and remove it from the vehicle. Install the rear shock absorber upper end through the opening in the body. Compress the shock absorber enough to move the bottom end of the shock over the knuckle and into position over the knuckle. Then install the mounting bolt. Raise the rear lower control arm with a floor jack to assimilate ride height, then tighten the rear shock absorber new upper and lower fasteners to the specified torque setting. Install the rear stabilizer bar link to the rear spindle, then tighten the nut to the specified torque setting. Working inside the rear cargo area, install the mounting nut, washer, and grommet, and tighten the nut securely. While counter-holding the top of the shock with a socket, use a crow's foot wrench adapter to tighten the nut to the specified torque setting. Install the interior quarter trim access panel. Lower and remove the floor jack. Repeat this procedure for the remaining rear shock absorber. Install the wheels and lug nuts. Using a floor jack, raise the opposite rear side of the vehicle, then remove the jack stand. Use the floor jack to raise the rear side of the vehicle, remove the jack stand, and lower the rear of the vehicle to the ground. Tighten the wheel lug nuts to the specified torque setting.